Hi, good morning. This is Trina here to discuss about BOD problems, COD and eutrophication. And here in my personal information, I have given my email ID and mobile number. So if you have any doubt, you can communicate with me. And the most important part is my course page. Here I have uploaded all the study materials, the solved problems, and the semester questions. So first of all, you need to join with the code, then you can access all the study materials. The subject name, that is the environmental science, the code MC301 for odd semester, MC401 for even semester. This course is for undergraduate BTech students and the streams are CSE, IT, Civil, Mechanical and BME. And about the course objective and outcomes, the students will be able to understand the natural environment and its relationship with human activities. They will be able to apply the fundamental knowledge of science and engineering to assess environmental and health risk. They will be able to understand environmental laws and regulations to develop guidelines and procedures for health and safety issues. They will be able to solve scientific problem solving related to air, water, noise, and land pollution. So our students will be capable to save our Mother Earth. They will acquire skills for scientific problem solving related to air, water, noise, and land pollution. And here the entire syllabus is given. For general part, that is 6 lectures. For air pollution, that is the 7 lectures. And for water pollution, that is also 7 lectures. And today we will cover the 3.3, that is the surface water quality parameters, which already I have started. I have already covered different surface water quality parameters, and I have started the BOD. So today I will tell the different problems related to BOD, numericals related to BOD and COD, and also the eutrophication, the definition, source, effect, and control. So next part, after the water pollution, we will study the land pollution and the noise pollution. And at the end of this syllabus, the reference books are given, which you can avail from library. This is the total lesson plan. That means each lecture, which topics will be covered in each lecture that is given. So it is the entire plan of the lectures. So in my last 2 lectures about the water quality parameters, you have learned different water quality like physical parameters, chemical parameters, and biological parameters. And also I have started that what is BOD. BOD is the biological oxygen demand. And this demand in which purpose? Demand means the requirement, and that is for respiration. No, it is not for living organism. This one is for dead organism. So after the death, the body of plants and animals are decomposed, and for this purpose oxygen is required. So the amount of oxygen required to oxidize organic waste material aerobically by microorganism, that is called BOD. So here you are getting the definition of BOD, biological oxygen demand. And here the reaction is given, that is the organic matter plus microorganism. Organic matter plus oxygen plus microorganism. We are getting CO2, H2O, few of the stable compounds of phosphate, sulfate, nitrate, different salts of phosphate, nitrate, and sulfate, plus new cells of the bacteria, of the microorganism. So this is the reaction, and this reaction is the first order reaction. So how we do the 5-day BOD test, that also I have told you, that we initially measured the dissolved oxygen value of the solution, and then after 5 days again we measure the dissolved oxygen value. So it is the DOI minus DOF. DOI is the initial dissolved oxygen and DOF is the final dissolved oxygen. And this dissolved oxygen value of the solution can be determined by Winkler's method, and that can be done in our chemistry lab. So after measuring the dissolved oxygen value, we can calculate BOD. So here you can see the BOD formula, that BOD5 is equal to DOI minus DO5 divided by F. So we have taken it for 5 days. So this is the DO5. Either we can write DOF, F for final, and that is the, if the final, that is for 5 days, so we can write that it is DO5. DOI, that is the initial dissolved oxygen. DO5 is the dissolved oxygen after 5 days. And of course, it will be decreased. Why it will be decreased? Because it will require to decompose the organic waste material. And F is the dilution factor. And dilution factor means the volume of wastewater divided by the total volume. Total volume means the volume of wastewater plus dilution water. We take the BOD bottle which contains the wastewater, and the rest of the volume is filled up by dilution water. So generally we take the 300 ml bottle. That is why this total volume will be 300 ml. And that is why the reaction, that means F, the value of the F will be is equal to volume of wastewater divided by total volume. So you can see here the F is equal to volume of wastewater divided by 300. And this equation is for modified BOD. So first equation you have learned, that is the simple BOD formula, and this one is the modified BOD formula. We take here another similar bottle which contains only dilution water, and the BI is the initial dissolved oxygen for the dilution water, and the BF, B5 is the final dissolved oxygen for the dilution water. So this part already discussed. Just I am recapitulate all these things as you can solve the problem easily. So next, the new part is the BOD reaction rate constant. So BOD reaction rate, you have seen, that is the first order reaction. So first order reaction means the minus dC by dt will be equivalent to C. That means minus dC by dt will be equal to Kc. Now if we integrate, we will get this result. That is very important equation, that BODT is equal to C0 into 1 minus e to the power KT. And the C0 is the ultimate first stage BOD, milligram per liter, and K is the reaction rate constant, and T is the time in days. So this is the BOD reaction rate constant. Next, next we will solve the problem. Before that, I like to tell you about the COD. So COD, what is the COD? COD is amount of oxygen needed for oxidation of organic matter. Not only organic matter, it may be biodegradable and non-biodegradable, with the help of chemical oxidizing agents such as K2Cr2O7. That means it is not the biological process, it is basically chemical process. And how we measure COD value? So initially we provide K2Cr2O7, that is in excess amount. Now after the chemical reaction, how much K2Cr2O7 is remained? So this, to determine this, we have to use the ferrous ammonium sulfate, or we can say the Mohr salt. So say the volume of the Mohr salt, initial volume V1 is the initial volume of ferrous ammonium sulfate. V2 is the final volume of ferrous ammonium sulfate remaining. That means after the reaction, how much ferrous ammonium sulfate remains. N is the normality of ferrous ammonium sulfate, and X is the volume of water sample used during titration. So after the reaction, we need to titrate the K2Cr2O7, the solution, with ferrous ammonium sulfate to determine the remaining amount of the K2Cr2O7. Then we will get the consumed amount of K2Cr2O7 and we can determine the COD value. So now, what is the difference between BOD and COD? So BOD, you got the oxygen required to oxidize organic waste material aerobically, and COD means the chemical oxygen demand. So the amount of oxygen required to degrade waste material using the oxidizing agent, that means chemical reagent like K2Cr2O7. So BOD is the biological process, so it is the slow process, it is less scientific process, and COD is the chemical process that is more scientific and faster process. And BOD value always less than COD. Why? Because in the COD, chemical oxygen demand, the biodegradable and non-biodegradable both can be oxidized. And the formula given here, the BOD is equal to C0 into 1 minus e to the power minus KT. And for COD, this is V1 minus V2 into N into 8 into 1000 divided by X. So now you have the example. The first problem, the BOD5 of a sample of water is found 325 milligram per liter. So here BOD value is given. The initial DO of diluted wastewater is 20 milligram per liter, and the test requires a decrease of DO of at least 4 milligram per liter, with at least 3 milligram per liter of DO remaining at the end of 5 days. Now find out the range of dilution factor required to produce acceptable result. So you know the simple BOD formula, that is BOD is equal to DOI minus DOF divided by P. P is the dilution factor. It can be represented by P or F. So initial dissolved oxygen, that is DOI, and final dissolved oxygen, that is DOF. Now the BOD5 is given, that is 325 milligram per liter. And the first case, it is given the initial dissolved oxygen, that is 20 milligram per liter. So for case 1, DO we will take 20 milligram per liter, and DOI minus DOF will be 4 milligram per liter. It is the minimum. It is told that at least it will be at least, okay, it is mentioned that DO at least 4 milligram per liter. A decrease of DO is at least 4 milligram per liter, and the case 2, it is like at least 3 milligram per DO remaining at the end of 5 days. So this is the condition given. So as per this condition, so first we take the DOI minus DOF is 4 milligram per liter. Then we can calculate very easily as BOD is given. So what will be the dilution factor for case 1? That will be 325 is equal to 4 divided by P. So here we are getting 0.0123. And for the case 2, the remaining DO or DOF, the final DO, that is 3 milligram per liter. So what will be the P, the value of P? BOD is given that 325, that will be equal to 20 minus 3 divided by P. So in this way, we are getting a range of P, that is 0.0123 and 0.50523. Okay, so this is our answer, the range of dilution factor. So next problem, second problem, the wastewater sample of 25 ml is diluted by adding 275 ml seeded dilution water. So you can understand the amount of wastewater 25 ml, okay, like amount of wastewater sample, that is 25 ml, and dilution water 275 ml. So the total volume is 300 ml, and the dilution factor we are getting 25 by 300 ml, that is 0.083. Next, what it is telling, the DO is found to be 9 milligram per liter, and after 5 days, DOF, that is 3 milligram per liter, it will be decreased. So we know that initial DO and final DO, that is the DOI, that is DOI and DOF. So DOI is 9 milligram per liter and DOF is 3 milligram per liter. So we can put 9 minus 3. Here we can put in the equation 9 minus 3. Then it is telling if seeded dilution water. Seeded means it contains microorganism to enhance the biological process. So if seeded dilution water has initial BI, that is 10 milligram per liter, and BF, that is 8 milligram per liter, what will be the BOD value? So here you can see that we have put just the value in the equation. BI is given, BF is given, and the P, the dilution factor, we have calculated here. This is the dilution factor P. So if we put all these things in our equation, we get the result. The result is 50.1 0.19 milligram per liter. So this is very easy problem. Just you have to take the data from the problem and put in the equation. And after calculation, you will get the result. So BOD and COD, you have understood very well. Now I am going to tell about the eutrophication. What is eutrophication? So eutrophication, this is a Greek word, and eu means well and trophos mean food. So it means well fed or nutrient rich. So what we can say, eutrophication is an enrichment of water by nutrient salts that causes structural changes to the ecosystem, such as increased production of algae and aquatic plants, depletion of fish species, general deterioration of water quality, and other effects that reduce and preclude use. So eutrophication, you have seen that well fed, that means rich in nutrients. So what will happen? The algae will grow very rapidly. That is called algal bloom. So this you have seen in this figure. You can see this is very common scenario you have seen in different places. The water bodies is completely covered with algae. So this algal bloom is called eutrophication. Okay, so we can classify the lakes based on the nutrient status. Nutrient status means how much nutrient is present and how much algae is present. So first one is oligotrophic. So having least amount of biological productivity. So it is the good quality of water. That means it has less amount of nutrient. Mesotrophic, that is more than oligotrophic and less than, nutrient amount is more than oligotrophic but less than eutrophic. And the eutrophic lake, that means it has the highest amount of nutrient, so highest amount of biological productivity, we can say the poor water quality. So now we have understood that what is eutrophication. Now I will tell that what is the causes of eutrophication, how it happens, how nutrients comes into the water bodies. So basically the eutrophication is a natural process and it occurs in thousands of years, very slow process. But due to the anthropogenic activities, like due to the activities of the human being, the eutrophication is taking place rapidly. And how the nutrients are coming? It is coming from the industrial waste, municipal wastewater, runoff from agricultural land provide plenty of phosphates, nitrates, various minerals, which stimulating algal growth. What we are getting from industrial waste, municipal waste, runoff from the agricultural land, we get mainly phosphate, nitrate. So phosphates, nitrates, this nutrient mainly causes eutrophication. Due to the presence of this nutrient, here we can see in the picture also, the algae grows rapidly. So you have learned the causes of eutrophication. Now, what are the effects of eutrophication? So we get abundance of particulate substance like phytoplankton, zooplankton, bacteria, fungi, debris that determine the turbidity and coloration of the water. So basically the water becomes impure. Abundance of inorganic chemicals such as ammonia, nitrites, hydrogen sulfide, etc. that in the drinking water treatment plants induce the formation of harmful substances such as nitrosamines suspected or mutagenicity. Abundance of organic substances that gives water disagreeable odor and or taste. That means due to the eutrophication, we get the impure water. Its taste, its odor, its color become very bad. And in due course of time, the algal bloom may die abruptly. That means after certain time, the algae will be dead and their body will be decomposed by microorganisms. So the decaying organic matter causes depletion of ozone level. That means DO level, dissolved oxygen level will be reduced. And as a result, the aquatic life will be hampered. It will destroy the fish. It will destroy other aquatic species. And not only it will give the bad, due to its bad taste, bad odor, turbidity, it will reduce the acceptability for domestic water source. And not only this, because of the silt and organic debris, the lake slowly becomes shallower and shallower. More plants spread roots along the shallow edges and the lake slowly transforms into a marshy land. Okay, so this is the bad effect of eutrophication. So our lake will be transformed into a marshy land. So what we can do? How we can control? Either we can remove the algae by the dredging process, or we can apply algaecide to kill the algae, or we can improve the purifying process, waste treatment plants, installing tertiary treatment also to reduce nutrient concentration. You have learned that tertiary treatment, we reduce the nutrients like phosphate and nitrogen. And also we can implement effective filter ecosystem to remove nitrogen and phosphorus present in runoff water. So basically, you know, the cause of eutrophication, mainly the nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus. So somehow we have to reduce these nutrients. So we can also reduce the use of detergent because mainly the phosphorus remains in the detergent. We can use the alternative practices in animal husbandry to limit the production of wastewater. So all these are different procedures by which we can control the eutrophication. So what you have learned today, if I summarize, you have learned basically many things. The number one, you have learned what is BOD, the definition of BOD, the different expression and the reactions of the BOD, and also the how to calculate BOD. So you have learned the formula that how to calculate BOD. So simple BOD formula and the modified BOD formula and the BOD first order reaction rate constant. You have also learned this. And also you have learned the COD. And also you have learned that what is the difference between BOD and COD and how to determine the COD. And you have learned to solve different numerical problems on BOD value. And then you have learned the eutrophication. What is the definition of eutrophication? Cause, effect, and control of eutrophication. So let's do some MCQ, MCQ and the short type question, how you can answer. So number 1, the lakes rich in nutritive materials are called which one? Which one can you guess? Mesotrophic, oligotrophic, eutrophic? None of this. So rich in nutrient, that means it will be eutrophic. Next, the BOD test is done in dark to prevent light to go inside the bottle, prevent gas to diffuse, prevent light to go out. None of this. So prevent light to go inside the bottle. The unit of BOD reaction rate constant is second inverse, milligram per liter per second, milligram per liter, none of this. So that will be milligram per liter. The BOD reaction gets completed in 100 hours, 3 days, 5 days, never gets completed. So generally it is completed by 5 days. That is why we do 5-day BOD test. Next, come to the short answer type question. So number 1, write down cause, effect, and control of eutrophication. So you have learned very well to answer the cause, effect, and control of eutrophication. Next is define BOD. What will be the ratio of BOD 5 at 20 degrees centigrade than BOD 2.5 at 35 degrees centigrade? So you will try it at home. If you have any problem for the numericals, you will communicate with me. You have solved lots of problems and similar type of problem is given here. I'm not reading loudly all this problem like question 5, question 2, question 5, question 6, question 7, all these are numerical problems. And these are the similar type of problem. The equation, that means reaction, is already given. And the describe BOD, question number 4, the describe BOD test and derive BOD 5 is equal to C0 into 1 minus e to the power KT. So you can describe 5-day BOD test and derive this equation as it is the first order reaction. So just do the integration, you will get the result. And question number 3, that is the distinguish BOD and COD. Why COD is greater than BOD? So it is very easy question. You will distinguish, and COD is greater because the biodegradable and non-biodegradable, both materials are decomposed in the COD process. That is why it is greater than BOD. But in the BOD process, only the biodegradable materials are decomposed. Okay, so I hope you have understood, you have enjoyed my class, and if you have any doubt, you can communicate. So for today, I am ending the session, and thank you everyone.